Hello there. This is just a short, quick little update video on the channel. There will be no retro game mechanics being explained in this video, but if you're not going to stick around, at least listen to these 4 quick things before I get into the big part of the video. Number 1, I've enabled channel memberships for Retro Game Mechanics Explained. The benefits are going to be basically the exact same as number 2, my Patreon page, which you should support one or the other if you feel like supporting the channel. It would really help me out. Number 3, if you don't already know, I have a Discord server that you should join if you would like to discuss video game stuff. We've got a bunch of nerdy people that like to talk about old game mechanics and hardware, software, anything in between, even some more modern stuff too. So if you're looking for a community to join, go ahead and check us out. The link is in the description. And number 4, also if you haven't heard, I've been writing weekly articles on my CoHost page, which you can also check out in the description. These are all things that I'd normally point out at the very end of the video because I'm one of those people who hates interrupting and sticking those into the middle of the video or the start, just because it's really obnoxious to me as a viewer myself. So I know it must be annoying for a lot of you too. So this is the one video where I'm pointing it out at the start. So YouTube memberships, Patreon, Discord server, and my CoHost page. Check them out. Okay, so for those of you who are sticking around, hi. You might notice I'm in a construction zone at the moment. I'll get to that later. But first, I want to point out I've enabled channel memberships on my YouTube channel. I've had these set up behind the scenes for a couple months now, and I just haven't had the time to actually formally launch them. Well, now's the time. The pledge tiers and the benefits are going to be exactly the same as they've been on my Patreon for years now. I'm just broadening my scope of places for people to support me because nowadays, who knows how long certain websites are going to be sticking around and people are moving from place to place all over the place. So, yeah, early access to videos is still going to be the basic 1-tier benefit. I'm going to have to figure out some stuff to make sure that the videos can be available for members as well as Patreon supporters, but it'll be the same in both places. The main differences are going to be if you're a member on YouTube, you're going to be able to have a badge on your username if you comment on a video, as well as emotes if I ever upload those. However, I do get a smaller amount more on Patreon, a bigger cut from Patreon than YouTube. So if you have the opportunity to choose from one or the other, I'd prefer Patreon, but really, they're both good. So now to the main part of the video. Why am I making this video? Well, I pride myself on not advertising my Patreon or anything in the middle of the videos. I keep that to the end. I don't like it interrupting my flow of stuff. My videos are more educational-oriented stuff. You don't see ads in the middle of your lectures at school, so I don't like putting my baked-in ads in the videos. Obviously, I still have YouTube advertisements because that's like how I make money. But for those of you who support via YouTube Premium or get early access to Patreon when there's no ads, you're just going to be able to see the whole video from start to finish. However, nobody watches to the end of the videos. So I have a sneaking suspicion that a large chunk of my viewers don't even know about any of the things that I advertise at the end of the videos, like my Patreon, my Discord, CoHost, etc. So this is the video that I'm putting it out there. Hey, if you still don't know that this exists, there they are. And it really pains me to do it because I'm just not the kind of person who's good at advertising or putting myself up front. But at the current time is when I need it the most. So here I am. And the reason why I'm making this video now is the same reason that you can see that I am in an unfinished room. A couple years ago, I bought a house with a friend, and ever since then, we've been working on renovating the rooms to be comfortably livable. The house needed some work. It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't great, and it needed a bunch of work. So that's what I've been doing for the past 2 years, and it's kind of been catching up to me. I'm not the kind of person who's going to take really big chances financially, so I'm definitely not in a bad space right now, but I'm at the spot where every little extra bit is going to help. Basically, when the pandemic started a few years ago, since everybody was staying at home and on their computers all day, My channel was doing really well, and I saw a lot of growth, and that's when I decided, hey, I can finally afford to buy a house instead of renting, which I absolutely hate. So I went along with that, and now that things are kind of going back to normal, I've been seeing, if anything, a little bit of a drop-off in the past 2 years instead of actual growth, which I kind of expected in the first place, but it still hurts. In particular, my Patreon page has been making about the same amount per month for the past 2 years, or gone down a little bit. And my YouTube channel, like the ads, have been going up ever so slightly. And that's only because I've been trying to steer away from the videos that I know aren't going to do as well, such as the SNES feature series and the SPC 700 series. As much as I like making those videos and many comments I get saying I need to go back to finish those, I know every time I put out one of those videos, it's like a big kick in the gut. There's definitely that balance between topics that I would like to make videos about and what I know people are going to watch. I've been kind of steering towards the other end because I know that's how I'm going to make more money. After making videos on YouTube for 7 or 8 years now, I am starting to get a hang of that pattern and the algorithm and everything I need to keep and understand to know how well something's going to do. And lately I've been having to lean towards the topics that I know are going to do well rather than what I'd like to make. And that kind of brings me to the next big topic I wanted to talk about, which is the state of the channel and what's going to happen going forward. Hopefully not much should be changing. I have been making about 1 video per 1 or 2 months. I know I said at the start of this year that I wanted to try to get 1 video per month. That's always been my goal, 1 video per month, but I'm always a little bit behind that. And it's because I still kind of treat this YouTube channel as a hobby, even though it is my job. It's my only source of income at the moment. And thankfully, I've had the opportunity to do that, but it still is kind of difficult to monetize a hobby. People always say, like, if you like something a lot, don't do it as a job because then you're going to hate it. And I completely understand that. And that's why things have been kind of slow, or because I really don't want to hit that burnout point where I work so much and I work and I work and I work when I don't want to work and I work. And then suddenly now I hate everything and I don't want to do it anymore. I do want to keep doing this. I like making videos. I like explaining things. I like when I get comments from people who are like, this now makes sense. That's like my favorite thing ever. So I don't want to stop. And to prevent me from burning out, I just have to go slow. And unfortunately, like, if I go slow, I don't make as much money, which is fine, but I just need to be able to support myself. And at the moment, since I'm spending so much with this stupid house, my expenses have gone up, so I kind of need my income to go up as well. People always ask me that maybe I should get help to, like, help me make the videos. And the thing is, if I'm going to have somebody help me, like, form a team to create videos for this channel, I want them to be compensated for it. And the amount that the channel makes, I cannot even close to afford to hire somebody to work for me. So working by myself is going to be the only option for a very long time. And that's not only thinking about the fact that I prefer to work on my own because I know exactly what I'm doing with the channel. I don't have to talk with somebody and organize everything. Anything that happens to the channel, I know about because I'm the one that does it. That's also another reason why I do not like having sponsorships as part of my video creation process. Not only because they usually make you interrupt the video, which I already dislike, but just because I have to work on their schedule and make sure that they get the content that they want in my video. And I feel like I've lost control when I do that. And I really like just having total control over everything. So yeah, basically this video is just to say, hey, my Patreon and now the memberships exist for those of you who didn't know. And I'm hoping that that alone is enough to help boost me a little bit to get through the next year or so, which is what's going to be bad. I've got some payment plans on some building materials that I'll be paying on until the end of next year. So once that hits, then I'll be golden. But until then, for this next year and a half, that's when I need the help the most. And then finally, I just have a few other things I'd like to toss out. I don't know where else I would say them, so now's the best time. Like I said, I do have a CoHost page now that I've been writing weekly articles. I started that at the beginning of this year, and I've been, other than like a couple breaks, I've been continuing that. I'd like to point out that I don't write the articles instead of working on the videos. I do it in addition to making the videos. I've gotten a couple comments of people saying, you're wasting your time making the articles when you could be working on the video, and that's not the case. I work on the articles when I wouldn't otherwise be working on the video anyway. So the articles are still going to be happening. I know a lot of people enjoy those, and it's just nice to be able to read at your own pace rather than having to watch a video. As good as video visualizations are, sometimes it's good to just have static pictures too. Next thing I like to point out is my Discord server. The Discord server has been around probably for 6-7 years now. It may even be as old as the channel itself. I'm not sure. I'd have to go double check. But it still exists. My long-term goal for the Discord server is to be able to get the partnership thing with Discord, but I'm only halfway there to that. And I feel like there's enough people that enjoy a lot of the topics that go on in my server that I'd be able to hit that, but I'm just really bad at advertising it. So if you'd like to talk with other people about the channel or just computing and software in general and games, then maybe you just stop by and check it out. If you don't like it, you can leave. This next point, I'm not going to go into much detail, but if you noticed in the last video, if you stuck around to the very end, you'd notice that the link to my Twitter is gone, and that's because I'm not going to be posting on there anymore for reasons. That's the end of that topic. I'm also going to be closing down my Subscribestar because I have gotten, 3 supporters on there total ever since I launched the page. I launched the page because people wanted an alternative to Patreon because Patreon's not the best company, it turns out. I think everybody kind of knew that. But an alternative to Patreon, and now I have YouTube as an alternative to Patreon. So, I mean, still not the best company in the world, so pick your poison, I guess. But Subscribestar is not the easiest website to interact with, so I'll be dropping that for YouTube memberships instead. And then the final thing is that I said I make 1 to 2 videos a month, and I'm aiming for 1 a month. After this project is finished, hopefully I can actually reach 1 video a month. One of my biggest issues when it comes to creating videos is coming up with a topic and actually starting the project. I get so many things and I just don't know what is the best one to pick. And I have to kind of spend time researching and dealing with a topic before I can come up with ideas for visualizations or how I'm going to tackle the script and stuff like that. But the good thing is, as I've been working, I've been coming up with ideas. So I have a good 6 or 7 ideas in my backlog that I really want to do, which is way more than I usually have. So hopefully once this is done, I can just knock those out one after the other and have a bunch of videos for the rest of this year and the beginning of next year. Hopefully for real this time, instead of me saying that like last year and then not following through. But hopefully that's the case. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching if you actually watch all the way to the end. And as usual, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. And I hope to see you in the next actual Retro Game Mechanics Explained video. See ya. Wonderful.